Good evening, bookies. I'm Janice Haynes, the owner of Detroit Book City, and welcome to our Go Live, the 12-minute talk that we engage in with authors before they have their book signing at Detroit Book City. Tonight, we are going to meet Denne and Phillip Lawton. Their book signing is scheduled for this Sunday, February the 19th from 2 to 5. Let's jump in. Denne's book is called Love is a Sensei. Let's pull it up on the screen here. Love is a Sensei. And this book is a love story, a novel about her and her husband, Phillip. Denne, after facing several setbacks in life and love, Denne had finally come to terms that love was not her first concern and priority until she finds a friend in the most unexpected place. Their friendship would quickly evolve into several dynamics, and she would find herself having to make life-altering choices. Circumstances that should have pulled them worlds apart only seemed to bring them closer together. Denne Lawton delivers a poignant story of love and triumph that is classic and timeless. Phillip Lawton, he has a book out. He has two books out. And we'll put the first book on the screen real quick. His book is called This Is What They Told Me, Stories from Prison That They Won't Tell You. His second book, I'm going to put in front of me. Let's put myself on the screen here. This book is called Behind My Prison Wall, When Corrections Meet Christ. Okay. Now, Phillip's book, Phillip provides a look at some of the internal struggles and challenges that he and other corrections officers face. He also discusses his personal challenges with walking with Christ and working in the prison. This book will make you laugh, cry, smile, and reflect. Most importantly, Phillip will captivate you and make you feel through his expression of emotions and candid depiction. All right, let's meet our guests tonight. Well, hello, you two. Good evening.
Hey, how are you? How are you?
Great. So we're excited about these two things. We're excited about you guys coming to Detroit Book City. And most importantly, we're excited to be back in person and getting these book signings back on Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays. We all took a break for a while and we couldn't do the in-person thing. So the last time we done a book signing at our old bookstore was back in 2019.
Wow.
I think you guys are our fourth one coming back. So we're excited to have you.
Glad to be here.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, tonight let's jump in because we have 12 minutes, so we're going to make this work. Tell us about Love is a Sensei and who is this book for? And who should be adding it to their library while we create Black history?
Oh, so this book is really for anybody looking for love, finding themselves, in that transition between, their first love encounter and moving on to their second encounter with love. So the audience can be for men and women. And so we're excited. I'm very excited about it, sharing our love story to everyone. It's very relatable. You can find parts of your life and just about in every chapter, everybody can find something that relates to them.
Well, this is awesome. So it's around Valentine's Day. Love is still in the air, right?
Yes.
And I'm flipping through it and it looks like a great novel. It's an easy read. It's an easy read and it flows very well. So let's see how many chapters we have in here. How many chapters in your book?
About 15 chapters.
Okay. Why did you write the book? Why do you feel like it needs to be told?
So for so many reasons, when I'm the second half of my life, 50 and beyond, you want to share with others and you want to leave a legacy and you want people to learn from some of the things that you learn from, some of the mistakes, some of your triumphs. And so we just wanted to be very honest about, for us in terms of love, this is our second go at it. So we just wanted to be very honest and candid about our journey. And I also wanted to have our audience and our readers understand the importance of friendship in a mate. And so we wanted to express, that we are friends. We were friends before we became in a relationship. And of course, the sensei part, we're both martial artists. So, we throw a little karate in there in our love story.
Right. So tell us, what is sensei?
So sensei is a teacher, a guide. So befitting that love is a teacher. Love has something to teach everyone.
So for me, your book give people like over 50, like you said, hope, because you said you weren't even looking for love. It was just the place you were in and you ran into love, right?
No, ma'am, I was not looking for love. I was laser focused on my career, trying to survive. At the time, I had, children at home, and they were different ages, and I'm just trying to get through life. I was not at all looking for love.
So you can find love in some strange places, right?
Absolutely.
You guys found love where?
So we found love, and originally we met at work, but he became my instructor. So we found love in the dojo and enjoyed each other's company as we were training together. So
I like that. You found love in the dojo. Ooh, that's a new term. I found love in the dojo. That could be a t-shirt.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what is the dojo? I'm serious. What's the dojo?
So it's a training hall. It's a training hall. It's a training hall.
Well, sensei is what?
Sensei is a teacher or a guide.
And dojo is?
Dojo is a training hall. Any place where you train.
Shut up. I love it. So you both of you guys are karate instructor, and Denne, you are a karate expert, right? You'll whoop somebody real quick, right?
Well, I'm very humble about it. I'm never an expert. It's always a journey. You're always finding ways to learn, because I believe no matter what you're doing, especially though in martial arts, you are always evolving and improving. But I am a martial art instructor. I'm a black belt. I earned my black belt from my husband, sensei here, instructor. And so I'm a second degree black belt.
Well, awesome. This is a great read, you guys. So come on out this Sunday and meet Denne. If you are, what you tell them why they should come out and buy your book. I'll let you explain why they should come get your book.
Well, you know what? They should come and buy my book because, again, it's a story that's timeless. Love is a story that's timeless. And we wanted to be very honest that sometimes love is not delivered the way we think it should be. Sometimes it's delivered in ways that are unconventional, or your mate is not necessarily what you think they should be, but you find and you learn to appreciate your friend first. And you develop a friendship, and it's the friendship part of love that sustains a relationship. So that's, I love that. Yeah, that's the message that we want to get across.
And I totally agree. I totally agree. Especially over 50, because people are they don't have a lot of hope anymore. It's a lot of game out here.
Yeah.
So you might be in the grocery store, you might be in the library, you might be at Detroit Book City. You never know what, it might be at the book fair this weekend.
You never know.
You never know. So it's okay to tend to your garden, ladies. Okay. That's what the Bible says, to tend to your garden, and he will find you. But you have to know it in your heart, and you have to be open to receive.
Yeah.
You don't have to look and search. You just have to be open to receive, but tend to your garden, right?
Yeah.
And a man that finds a wife finds a good thing, because
absolutely.
I love that. Well, thank you so much for sharing with us about Love Sensei. Now we're going to stay on time. We're going to talk to Philip about his book.
Yeah.
Let's go to Philip's book. Now, I'm going to put your old book on the screen, Philip, okay?
Okay, yep, I could touch on that real quick, too, yeah.
So this is your first book. Talk to us about your experience in corrections, right?
Yes,
that's
absolutely.
A very tough job. You have to be thick-skinned to have that job.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us about why you wrote your 2 books, and I'm going to put this one up. These are his 2 books, guys. That's the first one on the screen, and this is his most recent one, and this one came out when?
Oh, this one came out now about a year ago. Now
Oh,
that
here we
one,
go. Okay.
yeah,
Still
yep.
following.
This one should be approaching a year, and the first one is about 2 years now.
I like that cover too. You look kind of suave. You look like
Yeah, well,
Detroit in the house, right? You look
yeah,
suave
right,
on there, like a
no,
cowboy
yeah.
from far away.
We agreed that cover would be best fitting for the material. So yeah, yeah.
So tell us
So
about these your two books.
yeah. So real quick, the first one, this is what they told me. Stories from prisons that they won't tell you. First, when you think of a career day, right?
Uh-huh.
Police officers is the first law enforcement profession that you think about when it comes to career day. You don't think about correction officers. And if you go back and think about your own past, how often have you seen a correction officer for a career day? So when I got into corrections, it really opened up my eyes to the prison, the actual prisoner side of the story,
Right.
because now they're confined. They're there for a certain amount of time, if not for life. So I discovered that they tend to open up a little bit more because in their mind, there's nothing to lose.
Right.
It's This is something that I would not have gained unless I worked in the Department of Corrections. You're not going to get that from a book or from someplace else. You actually have to be in there to get
Right.
that experience. So, and this is what they told me. I got a chance to interview certain prisoners who agreed to share with me why they ended up in prison, why they got out and then came back to prison,
Wow.
and some of their personal struggles from within prison. Like, for example, Denne did a book called "I'm Sorry for Your Loss,"
Sorry.
and one of the interviews I was able to do with one of the prisoners is his personal struggle with COVID-19.
Okay.
And those are the type of things that don't get out. But this particular prisoner privy me with his particular struggle, and it was just profound. So that interview was in the book.
Okay.
That interview was in the book. And then another one in the interviews I got a chance to do is with a Caucasian kid who allowed me to mention some things in the book. And he was an assassin. And
Oh wow.
yes, and he actually shared with me some things because of the report that him and I developed, some things that they won't tell you, but he told me. So
Did he know you were putting together a book? Is that the reason he gave you those stories? Did you
yeah,
ask?
actually, when I was working on my master's in Christian counseling from
Okay.
Newburgh Theological Seminary, this actually became one of my homework assignments.
Gotcha.
And the seminary wanted us to interview whoever we can, be it a nursing home or a hospital. But I worked in a prison, so I'm
Right.
not going to talk to nobody in the hospital. I talk to prisoners.
Right.
And once I got the approval from the seminary to interview prisoners, well, that's where it all began.
Gotcha.
Prisoners were enthused to ensure that I had what they call their truth
Right.
in sharing these experiences. So this is what they told me. It gets there's some sad parts, there's some comical parts, but it's a good reason to buy the book.
So both books have that type of content. They're like essay interviews.
Yeah. Now and moving right to my Behind My Prison Walls on Correction with Christ. The very first chapter in this book is called Cain versus Abel. And without giving all the details, I was privy to get an interview with a prisoner who was one of the head gang members of the unit, which is where they're housed at. And the report that him and I developed was so in depth that he was able to provide me protection in the unit in case certain prisoners had a different agenda.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's some real stuff.
Yeah. And that particular chapter talks about more from him, how he came really close to taking out his own brother.
So that's the new book.
That's the new book. And that's the first chapter. And it gets more in detail, but you might want to come talk to me about it at this time.
You got to come out this Sunday, February 19th. If you're just tuning in, we are talking to Denne and Phillip Lawton. They have a book signing at Detroit Book City this weekend on Sunday from 2 to 5. They're both selling their wonderful books. They're making Black history, and they're educating you guys on love and some survival tactics in prison, or some stories and some some traumatized situations in this book.
Yeah.
Who is this book for? Who's going to add this to their library?
Well, when I thought about that, that book is actually for family members who have prisoners or family members in the prison system.
So they can understand.
So they can get a better understanding exactly what their daily life is like.
That's a wonderful book, especially for us. You know, our culture is, unfortunately, there's a large percentage of Black men in the prison system. So, and a lot of times when they go in, family members don't know how to cope with it. You know, it's a new world for them. You know, their whole lives turn around. So your book can kind of help them understand that there are worse situations out there, first of all, because these are some really, really traumatizing stories in here, how they got in jail, you know. There's some of it may show that some of their situations they're in are a little bit lighter than what you see.
Yes.
Yeah. You got some really good stories.
Yeah, it's some stuff is pretty tragic.
Yeah.
I was trained by a good correction officer who became a good friend of mine.
Okay.
And he committed suicide. So there's some some stuff in there that, you know.
All right. So hey guys, here it is. Denne, and Phillip Lawton. They will be at Detroit Book City this Sunday from 2 to 5. Come out, support Black authors. Let's keep literacy alive. Let's continue to make Black history. Let's put these local independent authors' books on our shelves. The national books are fine, but what's happening in our communities? Where are the Black stories in our communities, in our neighborhoods? These are the things that we're going to be looking at 40 and 50 years from now saying, wow, this is what was going on in that time frame in the Black community in America. Add these two to your bookshelf. Come out and meet Denne and Phillip. You're going to love them. They love Cincy, honey. I'm so silly. You guys are coming on this evening. I'd love to see you guys. You're such a great spirit. And I'll be there with you to open up and help you guys out that day. And I look forward to the Metro Detroit community to come out and support the local independent authors. You guys are so vital to our community. And Detroit Book City, we have a vested interest in making sure that people are connected to you guys through our platforms.
Thank you.
Longer, I'm going to enjoy the rest of my wine for the night because we have a lot coming up these next couple of weeks.
You're busy.
Thank God that he's staying with Detroit Book City and he's keeping us afloat and stable so that we can be that platform where we connect authors to the people. Right?
Amen.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, have a good evening. We'll see you Sunday.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
See you later. Bye.
Bye. Okay, we are done. We will see you guys hopefully Saturday at Detroit Book City's 7th annual African American Family Book Expo. We look forward to seeing you guys. And if you don't know what's coming up, let me see if I can put that slide up real quick to show you the activities for the rest of the month here. Not that. Hold on one second. We're going to add this to the stream. So what we have coming up next, we have author Denne and Phillip Lawton on Sunday the 19th. We have Dr. Cordelia Noble. She's going to be appearing at Detroit Book City next Friday, February 24th. Her book is an excellent book for anyone who wants to connect themselves to mentoring women, Black women being mentored in their careers to take them to the next level. So she has some good information in her book, stats, studies, facts on what mentoring is and how important it is for Black women in their careers and in entrepreneurship. And then we have Saturday, February 25th, we're going to be in Wayne, Michigan. Yay! This is our additional Black History book fair. We decided to spread out toward the airport and capture our community in that neighborhood with books, right? Especially during Black History Month. We need to connect the authors to Wayne, Inkster, Belleville, Ypsilanti, Canton, Garden City. I hope I'm covering them all. But if you live in those neighborhoods, please come out. Support the independent authors. I hope this is an initiative that we can keep out in Wayne on at least twice a year. So we'll see. And then, of course, our final book signing for the month is going to be Sunday, February 26th. We have author and businesswoman Zandra Wimberly. We just put her information up today on the website. She's on all of our social media. So if you are starting a new business, or you're looking to start one, or you are trying to motivate yourself in your current career, or you want to do a career change, come out and meet author Zandra Wimberly. She will motivate you and get you inspired to make that next move. Okay, we're going to see you guys hopefully Saturday. Come on out to Detroit Book City's 7th Annual African American Family Book Expo. It's going to be at 8160 Woodward at the historic People's Community Church, right at the corner of Pingree and Woodward. The doors open at 12:30. We have swag bags sponsored by Molina Healthcare for the first 100 people. And we have Brody the book dog that's going to be there to greet the kids and give them some beautiful coloring sheets with African American figures on there, and the little crayons and the little goodies in the bag. So we're going to have a fabulous time. It's cultural. DJ Holly's going to be spinning the music, and we're going to shop books. So we're going to build up, empower, preserve, and sustain literacy in Metro Detroit. We'll see you this weekend.